Namaste Ji, Namaste. Welcome to TLOI. Today we have with us Ananya Lodh with a rank of 41 in NLSAT this year. First attempt.
Yes, it
है ना?
is my first
And
attempt.
please introduce yourself as to graduation कहाँ से कर रहे हैं and what are you up to in life.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am doing my graduation currently from Maitre College, Delhi University, and I'm pursuing actually the honors in political science.
Great.
So currently I'm in my 6th semester and I'm soon going to graduate. So this was my first attempt in NLSET and I got lucky and I managed to qualify the exam with.
So I wanted to put out these interviews as well, in which people in their final years from DU and other colleges are clearing this examination. So when did we start preparing? When did you join the online batch?
I joined the batch probably at the end of August, September, between August and September.
Right.
I'm unable to remember it clearly, but I started preparing for it like seriously from the month of January 2024.
Right.
Because I also had my 5th semester exam in the month of December, so I was unable to focus on NLSET preparation. But from the month of January, I started preparing for it rigorously. I started attempting mocks offline from the month of February.
Yeah,
Before
I
that,
recall
you
that.
would courier the
Yeah.
mocks, so I attempted those. But then I thought it is essential that I give offline mocks because it gives you an exam-like situation.
Right.
Yeah. So this is what helped me, and it 3 to 4 months of rigorous preparation worked.
Right, right. So that is pointer number one that you can take is 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
I believe from January till about March you need to go all out on it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
there is that is the time period when one needs to prepare like with consistency, extreme dedication.
Right.
Because after that you do not have more chance. Like okay, if I joined the coaching in the month of September, that is the time when I had a lot of time, and the dates were not announced. But from January onwards, the preparation was rigorous.
Right. So let's talk about then, let's go and bifurcate this discussion into, let's say first and foremost is part A.
Okay.
Right, part A के लिए now if you were to advise your younger self from September of 24 and now you have learnt basically the game and the art of clearing this examination, what would you advise her about part A specifically?
I think part A is more about time management first. With time management and practice comes accuracy. So when I had initially first seen the papers, the type of papers, the mock papers that you had sent with the file, then I thought that initially okay, this is comprehensive passages, I'm going to do it. But then when I did the first mock, this is when all my confidence tanked, and I realized that okay, it's not happening and I need to work on it, because I was not able to complete it even after 1 hour 30 minutes. So I was very scared, but what helped me was practicing the same passages again and again. So the first mock I did, and I was very upset that I'm unable to do. I'm not even getting 47. I took a break. I attempted the same paper after a gap of 1 day, and I witnessed drastic improvement. So this is what I did. I practiced. I did not do mocks from different sources. I did the same. I repeated the same mocks after a gap of a few days, and that actually made a lot of improvement, a lot of change.
Right, right. So part A is about time management. Then we go about current affairs, basically the headache of every student,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
students mostly are in college and do not have time to track out current affairs, right?
So current affairs, that was a major help. The Hulk file. I actually looked just for Hulk file only. I did not go like the very reason also why I joined coaching was so that I could get a structured course.
Right.
So because sources are available everywhere, but you do not know what exactly to read. And NLSET, GK and current affairs are very different.
Right.
You do not. It's not like the UPSC style or any other government exams. The NLSET questions are very different, and in order to know that, I I read and I went through and revised repeatedly the current affairs that were suggested and that you suggested that were there in the Hulk file, because I did not since I was also involved academically with my college. I did not have much time to read newspapers every day. I did try to catch up with what's happening currently, but then it was majorly the Hulk file that was a major help. Like around 7 to 8 questions were similar, were the same actually. I found
Right.
7 to 8 questions, yeah, because this time the paper was very current affairs heavy.
Yeah.
I found that. I felt that. So yeah, 7 to 8 questions were exactly the ones that you're taught and that you're told us that these are important ones, and there is a high probability that these questions may
So-
pop up.
So Hulk files refer to our current affair notes that are provided in the batch, and right before the exam we do a lot of live sessions in which we revise pretty much everything, and I make it a point to mark current affairs for NLSAT. And the thing is that if you wish to, then for example coaching can then offload this headache of current affairs,
Yeah.
perhaps
Yeah,
from you.
tracking what news is important, what is from the NLSET perspective. If one takes coaching, I think that part of the hard work, one does not have to go through that part of it.
Yeah, and current affairs, I believe, in my opinion, start becoming very relevant from September to September onwards.
October, yeah.
September, October के आसपास,
Yeah.
we really start to wake up to prepare for NLSAT. ठीक है जी. So current affairs is done. Then critical reasoning was basically in your case, critical reasoning was mock dependent only, that you practiced out from mocks.
Mocks. Also, I had this one old book. I did not refer to any other sources. I had also actually attempted CLAT, so it was a book that I had purchased that time.
Right.
I had that with me, so I just went through a few rules, basic rules, and practiced a few questions there from that book as well. There's this analytical reasoning. I do not remember the author, but there are many such books.
Right.
So I referred to those books in the beginning before the mocks session had started. I think mocks started in the month of December.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before that, I just I went through the simple rules or of assumptions, conclusions, basic logical reasoning things.
Right.
And after that, I referred and I did the mocks. It was basically, for me, it was 70% practice. It was
Right.
through 70% practice I realized what my flaws are, where I need to work on, and that actually made a lot of improvement. Like from not being able to complete, not being able to attempt correctly, to getting marks above 50, above 60. So
Right. So in our program, so we discuss out the mocks. So I teach you via the question explanations. Basically, it is pretty much, I believe, it is the essence.
yeah.
The study material that we sent, like last year, I think we had sent out 2 mocks as study material.
Yeah.
The initial mocks that I used in the 23 ka paper.
Yeah.
And then discuss them out thoroughly so that you get to doing the actual mocks. And then this year we are going to basically send in all these mocks because now they are of previous years, and then create 5 to 7 afresh. Now we move on to part B. अब वहाँ पे क्या था, and try to recall where you were in mock 1 and by the time what happened when you reached mock 8.
Okay. So I had initially, my focus was on part A because I was worried that I'll not be able to manage time, and I also had I feared critical reasoning for some reason because CLAT did not work for me, so I thought maybe I'm not good in critical reasoning. But gradually with practice, that I started scoring good marks. But then part B was completely different, and I never attempted something like part B. I did not know how to, the kind of answers that one is supposed to write in part B. So I referred to your videos when you said there were also certain videos where you told how one is supposed to write the answers, the format, the style of presentation. So I first went through those videos, then you'd also shared toppers sample. I went through those samples, how they wrote the answers, and then I practiced. However, in the beginning of the mocks, my answers were like quite simple and bland.
Right.
However, by the end of the mock, I was aware of various methods of writing. I mean, there is a lot. One can write one answer in many ways. There are many ways to start with an answer. So I was aware of many ways, but again, that does not help in exam. You also have to know what works best for you.
Right.
So by the end of the mock, I had practiced answers, one particular answer in many, when I was sure about what works for me, what fits me the best. So yeah, that helped. And also I by the end of the mock, I started practicing at least 5 questions, legal reasoning questions every day. So in order to again be right, in order to write quality answers as well as to within time. So I think that practicing at least 5 questions every day helped.
Right. Right. So that is about part B. Now we come to the essay.
Essay questions. Okay.
Yeah. What about those?
That is also another scary part because you don't know what exactly is going to pop up. However, there are 3 options. Yeah, that is something that can make one feel relaxed. But then again, sometimes it is very specific. Sometimes it's a random theme based. So in essay as well, one has to know the format of writing, like how, and you explain to us, you actually gave in many sessions, not just one session, that how to approach an essay, like give an introduction, this, that, and then a paragraph. So that worked for me. And on top of it, when I write an essay or when I choose a particular topic, I first of all, in my mind, I figure how I'm going to approach it. What do I have to say on this particular topic? I make an opinion of my own, and then on top of it, I also had this experience in debating. I'm I've been a debater in college. I've been in society. So when we also debate on a particular issue, we break it down like in various subtopics, like economic perspective, social perspective, political perspectives. So that also kind of helped me to write answers, to make my answer writing better.
Right.
So that was one approach. So that I think helped me practicing again and again, doing focusing on current affairs topic, because we can only just predict that this may be a probable topic for NLSET. So you're making a list of what could be the probable topics of essay and picking them up every day, revising the key pointers so that you do not miss on the essay key points whenever you write an essay, so that you can gain more and more marks. So I think those things helped me. But again, exam day is a completely different day. So if the more you practice, the more you'll be able to manage time and a quality answer.
Right. So I think your semesters are going on right now, right?
Yes, it is still going on.
Right. So exam took place on the 27th of April. Now for next year students, the exam is again perhaps the last Sunday of April. You need to devote 3 months, and then you need to manage your semester as well for the majority of you, right? And examinations like semesters are going on right now, and you can't really pull out your prep in which that it affects your semesters, because if something were to happen in the semesters, then
it's all waste.
It's absolutely a waste. But NLSIU still gives you a lot of time till 31st of December to get the back cleared, etc., and to secure your admission. Now we basically loop back in. So now again you're talking to your September 24 ka self, and that person has absolutely no idea about this examination as to what she is up to in life, basically.
Yeah, true.
And let us say that she's not opting in for coaching or whatever. Just as a mentor, your 5 most important points or 3 most important points that you wish to give her. And let us say that you are in college, because you will be advising a lot of people any which way.
Okay.
Right? So start out from where? Where to start this preparation from, in your opinion and as per your experience?
Okay, in my opinion, if I would advise myself, are you asking me this without any coaching?
Yeah, basically you are starting out from scratch. You want to advise her that what should she do? One advice, if you if you wish to advise, then if she wishes to take coaching, then go ahead, with it. If she does not, let us presume that there is no coaching involved.
Okay.
Let's start with that. Otherwise, people will be like, oh, he has an interest in this.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people can do actually without coaching, but that was not the case with me. Anyway, if I were to advise my younger self, the one in September 24, I would say, first of all, know the kind of exam that you are attempting. That is very important. So what the format of the exam is, what the syllabus of the exam is, be very much aware of that. After this, you start working on the things that you think that you find difficult. For example, my September version was very scared of logical reasoning, critical reasoning. So I would suggest her to work on that, practice every day, remain consistent, and I would also suggest her to manage time. So the September version of myself was very bad at managing time, because college is also very hectic and academic life is also very demanding. So I would basically ask her to bifurcate her college, her time devoted, needed, and required for college, and time required for NLSET preparation.
Right.
So like this is what I would advise my September self, and I would also tell her, you just do your work. You don't have to worry about what happens. Remain consistent, keep on working, and something good is going to happen to you. So yeah.
So let's summarize the steps then. So step 1 is sit down with the question papers that you can download from TLOI's website. Go there; they're free for download there. A 25 ka paper, I don't think that I've uploaded till now. Only part A is available. Part B is nowhere available. 22 ka part B is available. But 23, 24, 25, they do not release part B, just for your information. They only release the sample problems,
Yeah,
I
sample
believe, right?
problems.
Official part B is nowhere available, because I think those situations will be rehashed and reused in the future with name changes and modifications,
Yeah.
because it gets difficult to create so many legal problems, firstly. Secondly is work on your weak areas first. So figure out, after sitting with the question paper, whether you need help in part A, whether you need help in part B, and then start out from there. Basically catch hold of that. If you're
Yeah.
very comfortable with critical reasoning, go for part B. If you're
Yes.
not comfortable with critical reasoning, then start out with critical reasoning. Because in any which way, if part A is not getting us, as in if you're not clearing part A, part B assessment is not happening
getting
any
checked,
which way.
yeah.
We have a student who was ranked 10 in part A this year. He's a friend of all of ours. He was expected, missed it by I think about couple of marks. Then there is another student. I'm in quite a lot of pain with those two, especially because they were like sure shot. Harsifat and Sayan basically.
Yeah.
And ranked 10 in part A, but did not complete the essay in part B. Could not manage to complete it. Missed out by 2 marks. Another student of mine is at rank 51. She was a sure shot candidate. Perhaps will clear it next year. Rank 42 पे waitlist है. She's rank 41. Rank 42 Shreya Mahajan is another online batch student. Perhaps will get a call in about 2 odd weeks. So you need to structure it out. It isn't exactly I would say, as tough an exam as the UPSC or a 3-stage exam.
Yeah.
However, the seats are limited.
Seats are limited, time is limited,
Time is limited.
and pressure is enormous.
Yeah, and it is insanely competitive. You are looking at very few seats outside of people from Karnataka. Very few unreserved seats.
Unreserved seats, very
right?
few, yeah.
Very, very few. And if you need to, really set out to clear this examination, I would say start out in August, September.
Yeah, start out in August, September. Go easy. You don't have to panic. The thing is that you just need to have some sort of clarity about what you're going to do, the kind of exam that you're going to do. And this is my personal suggestion. Again, it may work for you, it may not work for you. Do not look through the number of seats that are available. That is just going to make you more anxious.
We need one.
Yeah, I just need one seat for myself. I do not care if there are 100 seats, there are 50 seats, there are 10 seats. If you ask me, sir, even now I do not know how much reservation is there, how many seats are available. And I did not look into it because I knew that would be affecting me.
Yes.
And I did not want that to happen. So I did not check how many seats are available. I think that is a waste of time.
Absolutely.
As a student, my work is to prepare, and I did that.
Yeah.
So yeah, do not look for the reservation, because we do not decide that. We do not know how it is going to be applied. So,
I think many people just end up in these reservation and seat matrix debates and end up getting just lost there and trying to figure out a strategy as to gaming the numbers. It never works in the UPSC, never works in judiciary, never works in a law entrance. You need to give out your best and hope for the best.
yeah,
Right.
this is what one has to do.
Right. And of course, we'll conclude this with the role of coaching.
Okay.
Right.
So-
Because we get to, how did you land up on this coaching, and what was the role of the coaching that played out in your preparation?
Okay. So I'll first answer why I chose to take chose to take coaching. The biggest reason was that I am not very good at managing things. So in the sense that I know that I have to this particular exam to give. I know what the syllabus is, but now I do not know the sources. I do not know what to study and what to miss, because you cannot study everything. It will simply waste time, and it will just make you feel more anxious, and it is just panicking. So this is why I decided, no, I need a coaching. I need someone to guide me that these are the things that you need to study. I need a well-structured course. I went to the internet like everyone does to see what kind of institutions are there that actually train students for this entrance exams. I went through a lot of them, but I came across a lot of comments, a lot of recommendations for TLOI, but I again personally did a lot of research for the coaching institution alone, because I did not want to land up in a wrong one. I had a bad experience with my previous one in CLAT. So this is what I did, and I came across, I watched a couple of your videos. There were also free trials.
Right.
So I watched those, and I found that you did not beat around the bush. That is very important. You don't, like, if I'm watching it, looking at a video, and when the first 5 minutes just random talk and all, I find that disturbing. Now that may not apply on everyone, and this is why I look for coaching. I found that this suitable. It seemed more organic to me. No exaggeration, just reality. That it's a difficult exam. Some crack, some people are able to clear it, some don't. You're telling what the exact reality is. So that is why it was more appealing, and I decided, okay, I need someone to guide me, to tell me what the how the structure of the exam is, to actually provide me with the materials that is actually going to help me polish the skills, gain skills, acquire skills. And this is why I chose coaching, because it actually gave me a direction.
So if you are a person such as Ananya, I'm not saying that enroll with us or whatever, but try to figure out whether you require coaching or not, and then hop on over to the batch, whether online, offline, or whatever, as soon as it is available. Basically somewhere around September-ish, because you need to track out current affairs. But people join even in January, and they end up, some people do end up managing to clear it, because at the end of the day, I think for a weak student as in person who is slightly slightly slow to learn, about 4 to 6 odd months. For a person who is has some academic command, 3 to 4 months, I believe should be ideal for this examination. Right?
Again, but it depends from person to person. If you think that you need to work more, then that's up to you. But 3 to 4 months is required. It is actually required, because
we do not, so as she said, we do not exaggerate claims and well, tell you कि कितने लोग, काफी लोग mocks से भी निकलते, mocks only. Some people are self-prep. I think the 2023, we are not associated with them, whoever it was, in any manner. But the topmost, उस साल rank list नहीं आई थी in 23, so they did not publish the ranks. And the topmost person that I saw on Telegram was not associated with anyone. So there are a spectrum of people with varying backgrounds. Some people require assistance, some people do not require assistance, and that doesn't make anyone superior or inferior, contrary to popular perception. At the end of the day, all that matters is a selection. And these examinations, they're not service-oriented examinations, as in you're not joining a services of Sarkar. So when you are taking the examinations of, let us say, a judicial services exam, ranks matter. How? The rank one will get the promotion better, and the lower ranks will need to appear for more examinations. These are law entrance examinations at the end of the day. When you reach campus, who cares? What rank were you on? True. At the end of the day, the only thing matters is that
you manage the seat.
Yeah, you manage the seat. And as she rightfully and beautifully said, do not focus on seat matrix. You give your best, you need only one. And of course, if someone's made it, there are 10 people who have not made it despite giving it their all. And there are n number of factors to a selection. Keep all of that in mind, and I believe we'll wrap up this session.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to say anything else, you can. But otherwise, I believe that we have covered out all the points.
Yes, we have pretty much covered almost everything.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things that I would want to say is that prepare yourself. It's just that a lot of, like Sir said, a lot of factors are involved in when you give an exam. You may do all the preparation. However, there is also a possibility that things may not work your way on the exam day. So, like I said, I also had a couple of friends who all of us, we took training from Sir only. Yeah. He taught us. So some people often miss it with by 0.25 marks, by 1 mark. So that is actually hurtful. But then at the end of the day, it's very competitive. There is high possibility that you may not make it. But then again, you just have to remain consistent. And if things don't work, even maybe that is also for something better. If you learn something, I think it never goes in vain.
Yeah.
So it is going to help you in one or the other way. So if prepare with it like wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Give your all in it, and then just see what happens. Your job is to just study, to prepare, and then leave the results to like whatever is gonna happen, that's gonna happen for the best. So that's what I need to say.
Just to conclude it, last year, one of my most brilliant students did not make it. Her name is Pragya Chetri. And she just messaged me yesterday that she's gotten a rank 32. No mocks this year, no coaching this year, but whatever she got trained with the mocks last year. She was in the offline batch for DU, LLB, etc. And then appeared for NLSAT mock. She figured it out, and this year she's in. So if you're like, a number of people are there, so even this year's rank 6 is a second attempter. So he's in the batch. We'll try to arrange an interview with him as well. Many people clear it in their second attempt. So if you have not missed out by half a mark, 1 mark, do not lose heart. You have figured out the paper. Attempt mocks next year if need be, and take your best shot. Right? We conclude at this note. Thank you so much, and many congratulations again.
Thank you so
Right.
much.